Today in history, April 9, 1959, NASA selected the first group of astronauts for Project Mercury. Alan Shepard was the first American to go to space in 1961 and walked in on the Moon in 1971. A graduate of the United States Naval Academy at Annapolis, Shepard saw action with the surface Navy during World War II. He became a naval aviator in 1946, and a test pilot in 1950. John, the first of the Mercury 7 to die. He was also a Project Gemini and an Apollo program astronaut. Grissom was the second American to fly in space, and the first member of the NASA Astronaut Corps to fly in space twice. In addition, Grissom was a World War II and Korean War veteran, U.S. Air Force test pilot, and a mechanical engineer. He was a recipient of the Distinguished Flying Cross, and the Air Medal with an Oak Leaf Cluster, a two-time recipient of the NASA Distinguished Service Medal and posthumously, the Congressional Space Medal of Honor. John Glenn was the first American to orbit the Earth, circling it 3 times in 1962. Following his retirement from NASA, he served from 1974 to 1999 as a Democratic United States Senator from Ohio. Before joining NASA, Glenn was a distinguished fighter pilot in World War II, China and Korea. He shot down 3 MiG-15s, and was awarded 6 Distinguished Flying Crosses and 18 Air Medals. Gus Grissom Scott Carpenter was the second American, after John Glenn, to orbit the Earth and the 4th American in space, after Alan Shepard, Gus Grissom, and Glenn. In 1954, he attended the U.S. Naval Test Pilot School at Nospatuxent River, Maryland in 1954 and became a test pilot. In 1958 he was named Air Intelligence Officer of the USS Hornet, which was then in dry dock at the Bremerton Navy Yard. Wally Schirra was the 5th American to travel into space. On October 3, 1962, he flew the 6-orbit, 9-hour, Mercury Atlas 8 mission, in a spacecraft he nicknamed Sigma 7. In the 2-man Gemini program, he achieved the first space rendezvous station, keeping his Gemini 6A spacecraft within 1 foot, 30 centimeters, of the sister Gemini 7 spacecraft in December 1965. In October 1968, he commanded Apollo 7, an 11-day low Earth orbit shakedown test of the 3-man Apollo Command Service Module and the first manned launch for the Apollo program. He was the first astronaut to go into space 3 times, and the only astronaut to have flown in the Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo programs. Gordon Gordo Cooper was the youngest of the 7. He was the last Mercury astronaut to go into space, which was the longest. The 34-hour mission made him the first American to spend an entire day in space and the first to sleep in space. Deke Slayton was scheduled to pilot the second Mercury mission but was grounded in 1962 by an irregular heart rhythm. In 1972 he was medically cleared to fly and flew the docking module of the 1975 Apollo-Soyuz test project. He helped to develop the Space Shuttle. All great Americans.